push and flank around to try and one-shot people. And that's kind of what Shaco's going to do here. We'll get into his build a little bit more when we're getting into the game because there are a lot of different options you can do on Shaco. But it looks like he's going the full...
Figuring out that he was over there. This could be good by Sven, though. Nice hook on a ball. That was beautifully executed. The hook lands as well from Hodser. First blood into the top lane.
They made it look so easy
To clear the wave. This is going to be a killed turret. Elimination wants to tank it. You see he runs forward. Balls is there.
Oh, man.
Finds Bjergsen, and that's the kill. FlyQuest able to answer one. The root going to land on Biofrost as well. Bubble only hits Lemon, but in the back line they go, clearing the minions out. That is any vision. Oh, no, they had a ward right there, but still very nicely played by him to land that last hit. Unlucky for Moon. High gets stunned up. The kick it back in, and it's going to be lights out for Corki. Nice kill picked up Sven, and Bjergsen delivering.
super dead. Looks like he kind of either got interrupted out of his Valkyrie over the wall there by a scattered as well, because against a Shaco, that is a threat early on of jungler trying to come in and burst you, but he's going top for Hanser. He's got all summoners up there.
They landed a fear. They're going to land a two-man tidal wave almost. Elimination locked up with the bubble. Flashing, but Sven's already there. Q's going to land. Now can they get much more? Altec in a bad spot. There's the kick back into the rest of the team. Nowhere for Altec to go, and Sven is absolutely everywhere. Even Q's back to the minion wave to make it look even cooler. 4-0, all the kills on the
back, but it's tough to dive at Nautilus.
It's going to be hard right now. Actually, Ball's still holding aggro. Jukes it back down. Now it's Moon. He might die for this one.
Oh, it's
That's way too much damage. Yeah, he dropped aggro, and the close not going to do any damage. What a catastrophically bad dive.
Exactly what happened there. Taking so many games to master, has put in the time on it, but
he's going to be on Bjergsen, though. Going to land this slow. Going to land a whole crap ton of damage, forcing the flash out. Moon doesn't quite dodge it well enough. Ulti goes on to the correct one. Bjergsen guesses right, takes him out. Another kill, another backfired gank from Moon.
Incredibly important for the rest of TSM's outlook for Spring Split.
Absolutely agree, and TSM starting to look pretty good here in this one. Slow and secured, playing it well. A stun elimination is going to die right off the bat. Bjergsen gets the solo kill. Now the re-engage. They've actually traded one back. Nicely done. High gets the kill credit as Bjergsen goes down. Another 4v4 is here. Balls is going to land a... Oh, look at the damage output there. They might get a little bit more. Can they find these kills? TSM running. Wildcode is slow, but the sapling snipe comes in. High is in the fray as well, and Turtle just barely lives. Sven delivers a shield, and I can't believe...
One thing I will say about... Oh, as they potentially catch High, this could be a fight.
Bjergsen is playing too aggressively. That's going to be a nice route, almost killing him off. Another re-engage. What a kick! In for Svenskar and delivers High, but he's going to barely sneak back out. A Fear and a Hanser. Can they find much more? Balls going to land the root again, and he's going to kill off Bjergsen. He pops the ult, he gets it. Well, it's going to lose his life. It's going to be 1-for-1. While Turtle down to 50 HP again, and High gets the exhaust down in time to not die to Sven. Another incredibly tight. TSM looking to take control of this one.
Arrow.
And actually, most teams have been missing this game. They've been juked away properly. Stun's going to land on the balls. Doesn't really mean a whole lot there from Hanser. Maybe a bit of a wasted ult. Hooks back in on a High. That's some good damage. Bubble lands as well. Big by Biofrost. High trying to run, and Svenskar kills him off. That's a worthy trade, even though Altec does kill him. But look at that on the front line. Altec cannot withstand Hanser's damage, and Ball can do the same thing. Elimination dropping to Bjergsen in the back lines, and now Moon is suddenly sad and alone and running away and hiding. TSM in complete control. American LCS teams have a very good win rate. The lead. The jump comes in. They can't quite take the blue buff away. It's going to go to High. Doesn't mean much just yet, but Ball's now in the front line. Redemption going to buy a bit more, and Moon chunked out nearly dead. Oh, that was his clue, and I take it back. But it's still going to be Balls dropping out 1-for-0 on this. They kite away. Elimination now going to be stunned. Biofrost the bubble, and Hanser getting the kill credit on this one. Deservedly so, I think. 2-0 on that fight, TSM.
Hallucinating at random times in these fights, and it's not showing much effectiveness. With 2 people dead now, it's going to be a very hard Baron to stop. Moon trying to be as sneaky as possible. Invisible blast code!
Jumps over the wall, takes a whole ton of damage. He can't get away in time. They might kill Wild Turtle. High is trying, and he gets the one shut down, but here's the backup into the Baron. It will be secured, but can't complain too bad about a 1-for-1 fight. But that Baron, definitely no chance of going away. Now nicely picked up. TSM in more control, and High. Flash Q, he's going to go down. Exhaust. Oh! High, that was pretty freaking nice. The Hex Drinker was up. He's dead now. He's dead. He's gone.
He's definitely dead.
Killed him.
Okay.
But that was actually pretty slick
to get on here before FlyQuest can teleport back.
All right, here we go. On to the next turrets right now. Hook on a High. That could be the game-winning pick. He's going to be kicked off, and there he goes down. Tidal Wave helping with that one. One turret gone. Svenskar and a half. Ultex back in the fray. The root's going to be nice. You get damage on a Hanser, but it just is irrelevant. The hook on Lemon. He's got a flash out as well. Nice knockup. Biofrost with this kill as well. On to the Nexus turret number 2. It's going to go down quickly. Svenskar dropping the aggro. Ball is going to drop next off. That's already 3 for nothing. Looking for the 4th. It's going to be right on the Moon's face, and now Altec's got nothing left to do. That's going to be the game. TSM controlled the whole way through. Take down game 1, looking to cement the week as a 2-0 against Cloud9 and former Cloud9 as FlyQuest dropped game 1.
Yeah, so a very strong start to the series for TSM, making the decisive call down the stretch to go up the mid lane, and really, I actually like the idea of that call for FlyQuest if Hyde didn't get picked off before his team recall, because they could have fought back with 2 Nexus turrets in a 5v5. Orianna, who's just very teamfight based. It's a totally different style from TSM, which can be a little dangerous, and meanwhile, FlyQuest has gone with the Orianna plus tank, plus just large amounts of away from Moon, and Moon wanted to continue to clear the Raptor camp. Maybe punches him with that early
gank. Look at the damage output. It doesn't even matter who got the kill. Oh, he gets him just barely in the end. Moon gets away with it. And maybe it wasn't actually going to lose 400 HP, and maybe they can find something to do. No, not easily. Shockwave actually lands on a Bjergsen. Holds back to half HP, but still some good damage. Moon wants in the flash Q. Forcing the flash out of Bjerg. We know that Sven wants around. He's actually got a lot of ferocity and losing a lot of HP on the back end. 200 HP, ulti gets him! Overextension for Sven, didn't have to take the fight and gets blown. Wins like times the amount of time you're alive for Sunfire damage, and looking for the play now for the Drake. Double hit right there is nice. Arrow goes wide. They finish the Cloud, but Moon is going to lose his life for that one. And now Ball's actually a late TP. Gets kind of caught out here. Looking for the re-engage, though, is High. Looking for Biofrost. Ballster running. Haunter going to be rooted up by elimination. Look to the left side. It's High. Running away from Bjergsen. Flashing the wall. Rejoins the rest of FlyQuest, but Haunter is still on the push. Blast code in for Bjergsen. They've cut High with another stun. Here goes Parallel Convergence. It's not going to mean much, but it's still the kill on the High. That's 2 for 0 as payment for the Cloud Drake.
Yeah, and you gotta wonder whether because that's the bottom lane minion wave game. You push it in, then you rotate mid. You push it in, then you rotate mid. You kind of go in turns sometimes. Now they go for dive.
And the stun lands on a Moon. Look at the damage about to come out of this Rengar. Mid turret's going to be dropped soon enough, but they first got the kill on a Wild Turtle. I missed that, but somehow that happened. Moon, though, overextends. Didn't need to run forward. Gets killed, but now Balls once in. Bjergsen missing the ulti. He's going to get stunned. Going to take the damage. They picked that one up. 2-1 overall in favor of FlyQuest, and now Hanser's going to run away.
Potential, a very teammate reliant
role. Yeah.
But here we go. Dive top.
Dive on the Balls. He's got no HP to stand behind. He's trying, but it's not going to happen. Plenty comes out from Hanser. They're going to drop back and finish the turret in a second. First they can clear the minions, but look at this, actually. FlyQuest
comes in. It's to hopefully prevent being assassinated.
Oh, Arrow's going to hit elimination. If someone had to die, I guess it's the support, and they, in fact, don't really pull the trigger. They know he's not that valuable. Balls TP'd in. Hanser got to save his. He just walked into that fight. He's going to flash for the ulti onto Hanser. Plenty of damage on Renekton. He is pretty squishy. Shockwave means a bit more, and they will pick him off. Turns out that's a really good play to go for. The flash ult for Balls gives him a kill. Hanser can't be around, so they've got to rush this quickly. Svenskeren does have flash, does have smite, and it's FlyQuest who pull off instead. They find the stun, the root on a turtle, and they try to zone out Bjergsen. The pick is onto one of the marksmen. And now can they find a little bit more? Elimination injured, though the Redemption didn't get a lot of healing through. It was aimed a bit forward.
Very famous for aggressive Baron calls. They're going to keep at this and force TSM to come in.
They got Bjergsen, though. They jump into ult side. The stun's going to be there as well. Shockwave catches them out, though, and they picked up Bjergsen. It's a 2-for-1 so far. Look at the backline of Svenskeren. Can't kill off High. A triple kill for Moon. It's a 4-for-1. And FlyQuest, the tenacity pays off. They're going to get the Baron.
And with a 5,000 gold lead, FlyQuest still take this razor-thin advantage and drive it home to give them Baron. Even after this Baron, the goal is still going to be close, but the strategy is clear. FlyQuest used Baron as a beautiful catalyst for some team fights, and TSM walk right into it.
And that was incredibly close. It's so FlyQuest here, and they can take a lot.
Just a desynced arrow, but they're going to try and do a double flank right here with their solo lanes.
Almost found the stun, actually. Bjergsen had jumped in on parallel convergence, but had to ult back out, so he's missing the R button. And here's the re-engage. Oh, Sven on the back line! He catches off Altec, and he's going to flash to safety. You've got another flank coming in. This is dangerous now. FlyQuest have to run. They're in a 4v5. And TSM looking to grab everything they can. Balls, thankfully, is tanky, but the bubble's going to land. Gets a stun. High flashes, and he takes him out from almost full HP. And Biofrost is next, the mid laner. Who even needs a marksman in the bot lane? They're killing everybody. A triple kill for High. He's looking for more of the Shockwave. And a kill out of it. He's got 4. It's on to Bjergsen. He got one yesterday. And High gets him back for it. That was amazing! Turret number 2 hit, bubble on elimination, respawns in 3 seconds. Now Svenskaren's going to be in the mix onto the Nexus. I don't know if it's going to happen. High can be assassinated. They jump into him. He's got the shield. He's trying to run away. Elimination could die. Ball's taking it up. They're trying to kill off Sven. And it's 6 in a row now for High. Running those shockwave catches 2 more, but he should be killed by the slow, and there's a shutdown. It's going to be 2 for 1 this fight. And actually, Bjergsen gets him on the backside. TP flank comes in. 3-1 fight lead for TSM. Allows him to pull minion aggro.
The minion aggro doesn't matter though. There's no turrets that they need to pull.
And they're gonna go in, and Svenskaren's gonna get pushed back. Here comes a big stun. Moon on the front line. Shockwave catches nothing. Ults it back, and High still getting chased down by Hanser, but stays alive. It's a 1-for-1 tank. Or sorry, top lane for support. Ball's taken up, but he's gonna get dropped, and they can't kill off Bjergsen in time. Ooh, 2 for 1, favor TSM.
And it does come immediately.
Okay, they're cutting back. They know that Rengar's behind.
Connected here.
The other side, he jumps in, gets the stun onto Altic, flashed away to safety. Still trying to look for this big redemption, gonna come across it High, running out of HP, and he dies. Flash doesn't mean anything. Moon can't kill Turtle either. It's a 2 for 0, and it's gonna be a whole lot more quickly. TSM gonna find their 3rd, and they can start pushing down the base.
Oh man, this is getting rough for FlyQuest as 2 runs in a row. Whoa! Work.
They couldn't dodge all
inhibitor. Can TSM finish Baron and recall before that happens? Because there's no one to interrupt recalls. This is going to be close. Who's back to stop it?
No one's back to stop it. It's going to be them taking down the inhibitor itself. Okay, Bjergsen's running up the base. They can hear when parallel convergence is cast. And you just got to play it right. Now the play in towards High. Shockwave buys a bit of time. Ball's going to be here as well. Hanser, again, not the tankiest, but has Guardian Angel. And we know Svenskaren does a lot of damage. They get that kill as well. High just being attacked by the double attack damage. The base skill does not help you against that. Buying that instead of... But FlyQuest cannot consider this a desperate objective, and they will, begrudgingly give it away. But it's not the worst thing in the world. They will catch the farm in the side lanes. TSM get it. Credit to them. It's a useful thing to have.
Yeah, but the least, if they go 2-0 against C9, as well as FlyQuest, it was a
play on mid.
It's on right now.
2v1 against Balls, but it means the rest of FlyQuest are going down the mid lane to try to win the game. The rest can't defend it, so here they go. The double TP has to leave, but Balls can stop it. Bjergsen trying to cancel some of it. Can he get the auto? He does! He stops it! He stops the TP! Balls valiantly dies to give his team time to win the game. But the teleports are coming in, and I don't know if they can kill the Nexus in time.
Inhibitor's down!
The rest of TSM is here. It's going for Biofrost. Great flash by Turtle. They're going for the Nexus. Moon is trying desperate to take it down. Can he get the attacks? He gets it! FlyQuest wins the game! What a call by High!
And falls as well with the narrow delay on the teleport from Hanser. High goes down, Lemon goes down, Balls go down, but the Sterix gauge pops at the last few seconds for Moon, allowing him to dash, reload.
Yep, there's the hover, there's the lock-in. Nami, it is going to be very similar champions to what was picked up before. Yeah, 3 Nami games in a row for TSM, and
kind of wears off. That could have been a potential kill, so really displaying it super
sees this, cue the wall. Oh, and Sven actually kind of intentionally stops short, but he doesn't have flash, so it's an easy kill. Fedalords, the kill comes through to High, and oof. Nice trap by a Moon, finds him in the river. If you power farm in the jungle, you can usually get that about 7 minutes in. You're almost always going to get ults before the duo lane does.
They want to realm warp in to get behind him.
Well,
no flash.
Ulti's in. The hook actually lands. Cleanse doesn't mean much. Shockwave pulls in. Hanser still goes down. High, of course, didn't have flash to get away. Not much you could have done about it. Nicely played. TSM find the kill. Your different items instead. Svenskaren actually caught on the wrong side of this fight. Jumps in towards High. TP's coming in. It'll be matched a little bit later by Balls. Shockwave doesn't get much done into Bjergsen, and suddenly Moon's alone as well. That is an easy 2 for 0 that FlyQuest you did not see coming, it seems. Easy for TSS. Turret kill. Balls could not possibly won before this. And he's trying anyway because Moon's around, but the bubble lands.
Oh dear.
And he couldn't possibly win before this. He's going to try anyway and just die for it. Biofrost has aggro, and he flashed away in time. That's an easy kill that Balls should never have given away.
Got a teleport, so this is that forced action we're talking about. FlyQuest tries to go for it. Okay. It's high risk though.
2 turrets for 2. Svenskaren's around, no ulti. Here comes Curtain.
Oh dear.
Hanser in melee range with Biofrost. 100 HP left on him. Bubble's going to mean not a whole lot. Moon caught by the stuns, though. That's going to be him going down. Sven gets the kill. Shockwave on 2. Sven is almost dead. Heals up, but he just can't quite die. FlyQuest just can't kill him off. They're forced to flash away.
High's out of mana.
Looking for the next one in, and it's going to be High already dead, and Hanser just slinking out. All of the health bars flashing red, but it does not matter. The cleanup is there. That's a 3 for 0. Looking to make it 4 if they can.
They will.
And there it is, a double kill in. TSM 4-0 in that fight, a catastrophe for FlyQuest.
Yeah, they're looking to turn this one into 4, whereas FlyQuest is still sitting on 1.5, and that's a really big moment in the game as far as power spikes go.
Absolutely, there we go, a slow on its Fertile.
FlyQuest who forces instead.
Flashing out, Balls catches in, and Moon gets the kill, so there's something, and it's actually a penta assist. Everyone actually part of that fight.
Oh, wow. Them into a big play, going for an inhibitor turret. Even in a 4v5, TSM might be able to take him. FlyQuest want it, though.
It's a 3v5 because Svenskern's not in the fight. He was clearing out the mid lane wave, so 3v5 is what they're going to take. They're going to get a lot of damage out of Hanser. Shockwave is available. Hanser's going to die for this one. Maybe a bit of a waste on the Shockwave, but he wanted to predict Flash with it. Though Flash was down, again, wasted ultimate.
Fire an arrow for an initiation, or will he get caught again?
Well, Edge of Night is on. Here's the ulti in. Damage on a turtle to hit one shot. Now looking at Hanser, then back to the mid side. He lands a couple of these hits. Biofrost a little low. Hanser the front side. Bjergsen catches in, though. And it's going to be elimination, stunned up and blown up. He's gone to the start. Beautiful bubble means a lot more is going to happen. Redemption to buy some time. A double kill in. Make that a third. His balls is going to drop, and well, nothing's happening well for FlyQuest at all. It's only High left alive, and he's not going to stop this one. Into Baron, TSM go.
25-minute Baron for TSM.
No chance to steal it. There we go. TSM going to be up. It was 5,500. Make that 7K now. Minion waves don't even need mana curing. They can just reset right away, buy their items, and really push into this game. A blue buff stealing lines up, but they're going to need something a bit magical here. TSM split pushing their way in. Ryze and Rengar in the mid lane now ulting down to join Hanser in the bot lane. Bringing a couple minutes with them, and it's going to be the 3v1 against Balls yet again.
Takes a while.
It'll take some time. The Shockwave buys a little bit as well, and maybe this actually works for him. Redemption buys a bit. Still no Hanser. Shot's going to come through. Altek gets a kill. Ball's still durable on the front side. Gets away from Bjergsen. Turns out they reacted in time, but Balls is hit up. He gets crit up, and he gets killed off. Nicely played. A 1-for-1. Both teams lose their top laners.
Yeah, a moderate misstep, though, from TSM.
Frost doesn't get hit with the root, though. Sven in the wings, and actually there's no Ashe close by. That is a nice Shockwave, though. Well-timed by High Moon. Oh, he's gone. He's just done. The arrow and the Svenskern combo comes through, and that means it's the third Cloud Drake easily.
So pretty. Moon thought he was
Drake,
safe.
of course, is you only have some times the enemy jungler is dead, and a inhibitor turret's harder to kill, so they use this time to go for the durable objective. Stun's gonna land on the 3 people. It's still a 5v4. Moon's alive in 4 seconds. And it's enough time for the inhibitor to be killed off. And they go in on a Balls. Look at the damage output there. Back on a Svenskern. They can get it with one more shot. And they do. They pick off the jungler. The over-aggression once again actually turned around. The inhibitor itself actually lives.
Going to turn the game around if they get the right fight. Balls might have position.
Watch for Shockwave. Balls gets bubbled. That's okay. He's in towards the team. Can they find the intro? His ulti's on. He's waiting to find Bjergsen overextending. He's waiting for the push. Moon can tank this stun. That's okay. Balls still tanky with the shields. Damage on a Hanser. Shockwave catches 2. Biofrost and Bjergsen. Biofrost gets away from this one. Elimination chunked out. A cleanse turtle on the turtle. He went to the front line, but it's traded back in. And it's a 3-for-1. It's all okay for TSM. They got the trade kills. And now somehow 2 have to defend 4 with an open Nexus turrets.
Turtle flanks around the side of that fight. Now TSM just going for the jungler. They already have 3 down. They want the game.
And they save 10 seconds of move speed by going in. Nexus turret number 1 is gone. And this time around, the Nexus rush should go fast enough. Bjergsen has aggro, and it doesn't matter. SoloMid's going to close out this series. I have to believe it. 20 seconds of the respawns. And yesterday they took down Cloud9. Today they take down FlyQuest. TSM take down their toughest opponents in the North American LCS back-to-back. And they improved to 8-2. I would assume they're trying to get the damage down, and the Nexus falls. We are right after all. Well played, TSM. They beat the hardest possible competition at this point in time. And they are half a match back from Cloud9 for first.
Yeah, you could not schedule a harder week for TSM, but they show up with double 2-1 victories. And FlyQuest is left to ponder as they lose their 3rd match in a row, dropping to Cloud9, Team Dignitas, and now TSM. And it was a close and competitive series, but TSM did have substantial leads in all 3 games. So that's a tough one for FlyQuest to swallow, and TSM now sole control of 2nd place.